guys, welcome to another video, and today we are going to be reviewing my milestone battles in Clash Royale. First we have the game I reached Ultimate Champion for the first time, and honestly I have to say that it was actually the third game because I lost the two previous ones. Here are the screenshots of the matches. So yeah, as they say, 3 times the charm, and here we have the first game. Let's see, I started with normal Skelly Barrel on the bridge, got the Dart Goblin right there. And I believe I activated the King Tower right here, or at least I tried to. Yeah, as I remember it didn't go in. I placed the Musketeer this way so it goes to the right line and I can push with the mortar. It was somewhat bad hog from him, only got one hit. Now I kinda knew what I was going against, but I didn't expect the boss Bennett he had. Yeah, I chose to fireball the tower, and for some reason, if we replay that, yeah, for some reason I didn't hit it. So as you can see, I'm not perfect. I also make mistakes. This was obviously a brutal mistake and it would cost me a lot of games. But luckily this one went well. Yeah, I barreled the rascals. Yeah, I did. It countered the rascal boy as well. Now again, chip damage from the spear gobs. It's a great card to cycle just ram at the bridge. And now comes the unexpected boss Bennett. It was maybe kinda my fault that I didn't realize he has her. But yeah. It dashed fairly a lot here, which obviously wasn't good. So it doesn't look well at all at this moment. He came back pretty well with the Hog Rider. And he keeps countering with these rascals, which counter mortar a little. It's not a worst matchup, but it hurts more than a normal matchup. Now I think I fireballed the cracker. That's what would I do, of course. I hit this time, and actually the mortar connected before the Dart Goblin spawned, and we grabbed the victory. And that's how I reached Ultimate Champion. Next up we have the game where I reached 9k trophies, and this was actually the day before they added 10k trophies, so I was really glad I got it. And although getting 9k wasn't that hard, it was a little more challenging given that I was using my homemade deck, which I use exclusively in Trophy Road, so you'll see it right here. Yeah, so this is my homemade deck. Usually you chip with the princess, I guess that's what I did here. Yeah, Princess the Bridge, classic. I would minion it here, okay, no. He used ability, so he got actually pretty nice damage here. It was bad minion for me. Let's see. Okay. Yes, sorry guys, as you can see I don't remember these games because it was like 2 months ago. It was really a while back, but I'm trying my best to comment it. Yeah, this what I do here is actually a really great tip when you are using Musketeer, and it's that you place the mask the closest to the river you can, and it will actually reach the cannon across the river while the cannon cannot target her, because as we know she has bigger range than the cannon, so here you see I sniped the cannon, so basically he wasted it. And usually I do this when pushing with the Royal Giant, so when I know he will place the cannon, I will just snipe it and have better damage. I went with gank, I think. No, not again. Yeah, maybe I was saving it for the Hawks. I don't actually remember these games, I'm so sorry. Musky the back. No, Goblin Gang. Okay. Yeah, so as you can see, I really don't know what I was doing here. I decided to push, which is interesting, since I didn't have the mask to place her at the bridge. But the RG itself takes care of the cannon like pretty nicely. It takes 3 shots if he just places it, but that's okay. One of my advantages in this matchup is that he is under-leveled a little, so it always helps, you know, having greater levels. Although if you are facing a great player, it doesn't really matter. Like, he could have some level 14 cards, but still win. It happened to me many times. You see the bad princess there, I don't know what was I thinking. Maybe just try to edge it, just as the lock passes. I really like to do that, but unfortunately it didn't go through. And now in double elixir you try to spam as much royal giants as you can, get to the evo. You can also cycle it behind the tower, that works as well. Yeah, my screen locked there, unfortunate. Okay, so the princess got 2 shots and I actually won it, so yeah, that's how I got 9k. Next up we have the game for 10k. It's again with my homemade deck, which I've been using since forever, and I said to myself that I will push Trophy Road using only this deck. I mean, it's quite easy anyways, it's not as hard as ranked for me. But yeah, I'm only using the homemade deck here. I couldn't expect that he has this mid-ladder kind of deck, you know, you see the E-Barbs, the Sparky, the Rage. What I noticed here is of course that he has under-leveled Sparky again, and also the towers. Under-leveled towers are a huge benefit for you, so you should usually win games when opponent has a under-leveled towers. Now I prepare for the goblins to surround the Sparky. It's actually quite great placement for me. Comes the Zap, Ice Swiss, and it isn't enough for the Sparky. So yeah, that wasn't a great defense from me. Of course I could have played it better, but that's what I ended up doing, unfortunately. Yeah, again I'm trying to chip some damage from with the princess. And I actually let him take the tower, and I will pause here, and that's because in this position it's better for me to save up more elixir and give up the tower, knowing that with Royal Giant it is quite possible actually to take his tower even when it's this healthy, when he took 1 tower, because I know the limits of this deck, and I for a fact know that I can very likely come back this game, so let's see how it went. Okay, cycle the RG bridge. Here I didn't again know about the E-Barbs. Maybe in my head I was like, what the hell is this? Yeah. Prince Tower should one-shot the... yeah. The Firecracker. Again, Ice with the back, prepare for the push in left lane. I know he has the Evo and the Rage. Now I exit, yeah. Because I have to take down the Dark Prince as well. I actually got quite lucky with those executioner connection. And while he tries to push for the last tower, my Royal Giant takes the right one. Of course he gets one sparky shot, but you have to play on the edge when you're this behind. You have to take risks. And of course that could be because the defense was a perfect, but you know me, I'm not perfect. Again my screen locked, well. Yeah, I skip back here, whatever. He actually defended that Royal Giant very poorly. He got a lot of damage. And that's the strength of this deck when you are both 2 towers and you go into overtime. You can just spam Royal Giants into the pocket and you're good. Usually you win matches by this. Yes, so as you can see I go to the pocket, I Goblin Gang, he knocks the E-barbs up, so the goblins come forward and tanks them, and I take his tower, and that's how I got 10k. Next up we have the game where I hit Ultimate Champion for the second time, you know, back to back. And since then I've hit it every time since, so yeah. That was the kind of time that I broke the curse and actually figure out how to play, how to get better, and I got to Ultimate Champion for the first time. Although that alone isn't that impressive, I mean a lot of people get to Ultimate Challenger, but it's still something to be proud of, it's still a milestone. A lot of players would love to get to Ultimate Champion, and it's actually quite possible, to be honest. So yeah, here I notice Royal Giant and I expect some Fisherman, maybe Monk. But I got a quite nice push going. See, his tower got almost wiped out. This is the weakness of the Dagger Duchess, because well, you can't really defend those bigger pushes that efficiently. I think I will knight back here. Oh, actually I will take the tower, nice, so I should knight back here, left side. Probably. Oh yeah, right side, never mind. He goes for the Evil Witch. I want yeah, I want Fireball, I want. The Evil Giant, I place the Spear Goblins further back. I drop the Skeleton Barrel on top of everything, so I use it to counter it. It didn't quite go well, but we still defended that push. Exi got no hits. Then we pull the Hawk Rider, although the mortar won't connect to the left tower, it's still better to kite the Hawk and take no damage. Here I had to fireball the Royal Giant, but I don't see nothing wrong with it. Again, kite the Hawk Rider, he zaps, which was actually a really nice zap, since it helped to Executioner to get one more shot and take out the Muskie. And as you can see, we have 10 seconds left, 1000 HP on the tower. Goblin Gang on the Royal Giant early, so he doesn't splash, and that's a good game. I hit him with the emote for Royal Champion. And our last game, something a little different this time. As you can see, it is Merge Tactics, and I have also reached the highest rank here. I've reached Diamond. It was quite a struggle at first, but then I get a hang of it, and you see how I pulled through. we have the elixir collector modifier, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but it's also nice. I got some lucky merges in the beginning. And one tip I would give all of you guys: always play Dagger Duchess after you unlock her. It's, I think, one of the most basic tips, but one that really works. You know, you get extra elixir for your merges. Here I check the opponents because I thought of going the throwers. I see one guy with executioner and dart goblins already, but it would... Yeah, I actually took 4 HP of him here, and I hope that he will get eliminated as fast so I can build the throwers more optimally. Okay, so here I went for Ghost, that's interesting, and I see that I have Executioner here. I'll sell the level 2 barbs for him. And we have nice setup for assassins and for throwers. Always check the opponents, guys, that's one more thing as well. Always check the enemy you are facing the next match if he doesn't have assassins, because I've lost so many games just by not looking. And also, if I play assassins, I win games by that, because people don't look at the opponents as much as they should. Yeah, so here I grabbed nice upgrades for my throwers. See, I have 2-star throwers, which is really nice. Looking at the opponents again. There's also one guy who built throwers, but you will see. I get a clean game against this guy, and we have 6 HP, other players are basically 1 hit. And here I think what I do is try to build for the assassins. Yeah, of course, I get the Golden Knight, spend the elixir collector. My tip for the elixir collector is don't wait until it gets a lot of elixir, but... Okay, I will pause here, sorry. Don't wait until it gets a lot of elixir, but rather when you don't have elixir and you need maybe for a merge or for some cycling, feel free to sell it. It's not always the best for it to wait to have a lot of elixir. Now, what we can see here, what I did here is I replaced the P.E.K.K.A, so replace the Golden Knight with a P.E.K.K.A, so if my enemy look at my board, they see that I have Ace and Goblins and Undead, but the last second before the match start I replace the P.E.K.K.A for the Golden Knight, so they can see that I go assassins and caught them off guard. Of course, some better players will see through this and they will think, yeah, he has Goblin and Royal Ghost, of course he will have Golden Knight. But when you are not in the higher diamond levels, when you are below diamond, it's usually a great trick you can utilize when building assassins, placing him last second. Yeah, so I'm waiting here, I'm still waiting. It was still 4 seconds left, so unfortunately he had time to build the defensive structure against the assassins, but still we managed to knock him out. And the guy who was building throwers is out as well, so that's great news for me. that means I will be able to finish my throwers build to upgrade them further. Again, what I did here was take the ghost to the bench for the P.E.K.K.A, and so he doesn't know I have assassins. As you can see, he places the cards in front to the front line, which is your exact goal with the strategy. And as you can see, I placed the ghost last second, and yeah, unfortunately he saw through it. Like I said, some better players always will see through it, but for a moment he thought that I won't go, and that's your goal, to confuse them. Yeah, unfortunately here I got knocked out because, not that, but I meant I lose the game, but I think I finished second, mainly because he was building the clan Ace, which is really broken comp, and I actually don't remember if I got any 3-star except of the goblin. Yes, here we have the bomber, but that should be all what I think. Yeah, I try to get a better placement, closer placement to them, so the XZ gets more value, but I think it was no use in the end, that I still lost. But here I already knew that I won, that I will get diamond, since I have something like 8 trophies or something left, I don't remember. So yeah, we got second place, but that's still plus trophy. You see here, second place, and now the diamond screen. Yeah, here we go. So yeah, this was the battle I reached diamond. So okay guys, that's all from me today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in another one. Take care, bye.